Welcome to Bub's World. I'm your host, Bub. Today, we're going to be diving into some comics. I've got some X-Men, I've got some Wonder Woman, and I've got some of my favorite artists, including a couple of horror mags. So, real Bronze Age heavy today. So, let's see how I did.
You're watching Bub's Comics, Bub.
All right, so first up, I just want to say I'm collecting these X-Men Bronze Age books hard and heavy. I can't help myself. I'm super excited to get them all the time. Anytime I see them on the cheap, I snag them. Bub's got to reach in. I reach through the interwebs. I grab me a haunch of an X-Men book and I drag it into the collection. And today's no different. So first off, we're going to show off this king size special number 1. Check this out. How wonderful is that? And I just absolutely love the kind of split screen that they did here. It's very cool. They have, you know, two kind of separate screens, if you like, scenes for the up and the below. So you see it's the origin of the Sinister Stranger. Also in this issue, right? So they kind of did kind of a 2 thing there. So I'm digging that big time. Welcome to the X-Men, the strangest teens of all. So good stuff. 25 center. We'll take that. We'll definitely keep that in the collection. Next up, we have some more of the strangest teens of all. This is number 67. So this is nestled in the reprint run, if you will. And as I always say, these reprints are, I know that not everybody collects this reprint run, but it's inside the run and it's numbered in the run. And at that point, is it really even a reprint? I don't know. To me, it's more of an actual issue at that point. And like I always say, all the old heads out there, which I guess I'm one of, but all the old heads out there, they will skip the reprint run. When collecting X-Men, they will often jump right through this era of X-Men and get all the way up to, say, 94, where the stories start fresh again. So they'll jump all the way to that. It's 20, 30 issues of reprints, and a lot of times people will say that they have a complete X-Men collection, 1 through, you know, the entire, I think it's 500 and something issues. They have them all. And then when you pressure them and you say, okay, so you have them all. Do you have the reprint run? They're like, no, of course not. Well, and do you really have it all? Just saying. All right. Next up, we've got issue 85. And you can quote me on that, I say. Check that out. I think that's pretty cool. You know, a lot of times they kind of reprint some a new take on the classic story, and they will get some fresh cover art too. That's the other thing. I mean, in a modern collecting sensibility, people collect variants all the time. Well, what better than the same story inside of the same run with a new number and a new cover? Like, that's got to mean something to me. So yeah, that's another reason to collect these, I think. All right, number 85, Treason Against Homo Superior. This one I love. This one is not in the reprint run. This is a little further out. Absolutely love this cover. It is number 115. Enter Sauron. Look how cool that is. Heck yeah. Oh, I love it. I love that one. So good. So good. So good. So good. You're welcome. I just love that. Great Wolverine cover. You got Colossus over here. You got Nightcrawler. You got Wolverine dishing it out dead center. And you got Cyclops trying to stop him. You got Rogue laid out. Look at that. You never see a good laid out Rogue. Look at that in her banana bikini. Holy moly, that's good stuff. And of course, Sauron is manipulating minds, right? Because why would Wolverine be turning on his own team? And what's funny is you would think that he would be attacking Cyclops because there's so much contention there, but no, he's taking a chunk out of Colossus, who historically is one of his friends on the team. So even more madness. So there you go. Good stuff. All right, switching gears completely. I've been picking up a couple of trades here and there, and I just couldn't pass this one up because it included cover art by one of my favorite artists, Greg Land. So here is Wonder Woman Down to Earth. It's a trade. See that? I mean, that's too good. Look at that cover art by Greg Land. Killing it. Absolutely killing it. I just love it. And I want to say that this back cover might be by Joelle Jones. I think, or Joelle Jones. I think it's Joelle Jones. Maybe it's JG Jones. I can never remember, but I also have this issue separate as well. So I have this issue, but that front cover by Greg Land is just phenomenal. One of my all-time favorite artists. A heck of a sweet guy, super nice guy, and definitely I have some original art by him, but I would really like to get a commission. The top of my commission list, and I know that you'd have to pay for it, but it would probably be Jim Lee, and not in this order necessarily, but just top of my commission list of living current artists would be probably Jim Lee, Greg Land, and Adam Hughes. Probably for the top of my commission list. But that's full art, not just a little sketch in a book or something like that. I'm talking full art, color, everything. That would be awesome. All right, next up, we're going to switch gears a little bit again, and we're going to show you some Bronze Age horror. Here we have Chilling Tales of Horror and Suspense with Shock Magazine. Check this out. That is gnarly, isn't it? And you know we love our red dress distress, but this little gator guy must be a Florida fan. This little gator guy completely shreds this woman's dress. It's crazy. Look at this madness. Madness. Totally digging that. Shock and suspense. Chilling Tales of Horror and Suspense. 35 center. This is beautiful. I just love this kind of stuff. It's a rough copy. The spine is almost completely gone. I think it's still attached, but I don't even think it's on staple. But just beautiful. I love the little lizard men coming out, dragging the girly down. That's so cool. I just think it's so cool. I love stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not big on horror mags, but when I get them, they gotta have art like that. And of course, the interiors are always fun on those horror mags. I mean, you pretty much can't go wrong. There's always something good to enjoy on those. All right, now we got, this is a big one for me. Saved it for the end of the haul, if you will. This is a book I've been after for a long time. It's Vampirella No. 9. And this has art by the great Wally Wood. It has a super famous story called The Curse in it by Wally Wood. And all this art along the side and in the background, not of the boy getting choked out by weeds or whatever, but all this other stuff, that's all classic Wally Wood art. And I am super stoked to have this. This is one of those where I slab books too. A lot of people like to slab books. It's not like some dirty thing, I don't think. But this is the kind of book that would never get slabbed, even though it's a key, even though it costs quite a bit, for a mag. It's still, to be able to open it up and read that story whenever I want. It's just got a really tight, short story. It's all well illustrated by the great Wally Wood, and it's just absolutely fantastic. If you're a Wood fan, like I'm a Wood fan, you need to get yourself a Vampirella No. 9. This should be very high on your Wally Wood purchase list, especially on the mag side of things. And just a super classic story by a master, drawn by an absolute master. And with the black and white, you get every little inking. It's so perfect, and a great little story, if you will. So I highly encourage you to pick that up. And that's it. That's my haul. A bunch of cool books, a lot of bronze stuff, and X-Men and Wonder Woman and crazy mags. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, give a like, subscribe, share if you know somebody that might want to enjoy some of this stuff. And reach out to me if I'm on Instagram. My socials are all down there. And if you ever need somebody to talk to about comic books, especially if you're looking to get rid of all your Golden Age books, give old Bubsy a call. I'll help you through your tough times and maybe help you make rent this week. All right, that's all I got. So until next time, remember to read a comic book and don't apologize for the glare. Bye-bye.
Now subscribe, you egg-sucking pieces of gutter trash. Now.